Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the show to catch up on some NFL news. Haven't covered any last, 2 days. So let's get into it. So, we're gonna go back to all the stuff that I missed from the last, 2 days. So, NFL veteran quarterback Teddy Bridgewater, he was with the Detroit Lions this year, and, he didn't play, obviously. But he officially retired from the NFL and is taking over as the next head coach at Miami Northwestern High School, his alma mater. So he's going to his alma mater, Miami Northwestern High School, to be the next head coach. Which I think it's good that I think it's a good opportunity for the kids, to get to learn from a former NFL quarterback. Teddy Bridgewater was good until he suffered some injuries. But I think he'll be a good head coach for his alma mater. So now he'll be Coach Bridgewater. So a pair of Patriots assistant coaches, outside linebackers coach Steve Belichick and running back coach Vinny Sunseri, are interviewing for defensive jobs on Jedd Fisch's staff at the University of Washington. So about 2 days ago, they interviewed. It was reported they were interviewing for jobs for Jedd Fisch's staff at Washington. Belichick called plays for the Patriots defense each of the past 4 seasons, while Sunseri, who played for and then coached for Nick Saban at Alabama and has played 3 seasons in the NFL, has coached on both sides of the ball. There's familiarity with Fisch, who spent the 2020 season on New England staff as well. So they're going to try and get Belichick. Some interesting developments there for the Patriots and for Washington, trying to get some good defensive play caller, Steve Belichick, if that does indeed happen. So, source: the Jaguars have asked FanDuel for a stolen $20 million. The Jaguars apparently asked FanDuel to reimburse them for somewhere all of the approximately $20 million in stolen proceeds a former employee lost on the site, but the company is unwilling to pay. So, they're asking for this $20 million that a former employee lost on the site, but the company, they're apparently unwilling to pay the Jaguars. FanDuel just didn't flag some random losing $20 million, bruh. Why would FanDuel be responsible for this when the fucking guy lost on the site? Like, what? If you're broke, just say it. But to be honest, Shad Khan is a fucking billionaire. $20 million is like $2 to this man. So the Saints are working to hire 49ers passing game specialist Clint Kubiak as their offensive coordinator, per sources. Kubiak would join the Saints after he coaches his final game with the 49ers in Super Bowl LVIII. No deal can be finalized until after the game. So this will be a really good hire for the Saints to get Clint Kubiak as their offensive coordinator. It's going to be much better than the last few they have, but the 49ers lose more coaches than every year than any team I can remember. But this will be a really good hire, because Saints, they really haven't had a great offensive coordinator the last few years, and to get Clint Kubiak here, I think is a really good move. And he has a good coaching resume, which includes being the offensive coordinator for the Vikings in 2021. So, the Steelers, they officially named Arthur Smith as their new offensive coordinator. Interesting. Feel sorry for Steelers fans now they have Arthur Smith. I just don't know if the offense is going to improve. They went from Hitler to Stalin. George Pickens probably fucking pissed. Was probably pissed. Buccaneers Pro Bowl center and former Super Bowl champion Ryan Jensen announced on social media that he is retiring from the NFL. I mean, he was an absolute dog throughout his career. Really, probably one of the most underrated centers ever. And he was a beast on that Buccaneers offensive line the year they won the Super Bowl. He's always been and he's been really good the last few years as well. Probably one of the most underrated centers in the NFL. So hopefully he has a happy retirement. They have a lot of work to do this offseason, though, with losing him now. They have a lot to do this offseason. So, Stephon Diggs talked about as uncertain on his future. He said this. Stephon Diggs, I don't know if he's ready to move forward with the Bills. And quote, I'm ready to go no matter which way it goes. More from Holder Stevens speaking with Diggs, who during the year in camp talked about his comments to the Bills, about at the Pro Bowl, on the playoffs, like what's next. He's uncertain on what the future holds. Are they going to get rid of him? I don't know. I mean, I feel like they're going to keep him, but there's a chance. But there's always that chance they can let him go. But he kind of quit the last half of the season. I feel like he's one of the biggest diva receivers that don't get talked about a lot. So quarterback Tua Tagovailoa, coming off a career-best season in 2023, expects to sign a contract extension with the Miami Dolphins this offseason. He told reporters Friday. Oh boy, it's gonna be an inevitable overpay for Tua Tagovailoa. I'm not even being a hater. It's just he's just not that good. Like you look at the QBR, he's not even damn top like 10. Or from the postseason. I just don't see Tua being that guy you win a Super Bowl with. Sorry. So remember when we talked about the Raiders hiring Cliff Kingsbury the other day? Well, apparently yesterday, a twist in Las Vegas. Cliff Kingsbury has withdrawn himself from consideration for the offensive coordinator job of the Raiders per judge Eric Burkhart. And regarding the Raiders and Cliff Kingsbury, contract talks broke down per Adam Schefter. Oh. I definitely didn't expect that. Couldn't focus on anything else once he saw Mark Davis' haircut in person. He's probably like, oh, I gotta get out of here. But I don't blame him. Man, the Raiders are just such a mess. Like, that franchise is so dysfunctional. And then it comes out like he was close to becoming their coordinator, was to let him become the Commanders' offensive coordinator. So apparently he's the favorite to become the Commanders' offensive coordinator. So that might be Caleb Williams to Washington, and then they'll get Cliff Kingsbury's offensive coordinator, and then get Caleb Williams in the draft. So per the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they've agreed to terms with Liam Cohen for offensive coordinator. I think it's a good move for them. He clearly wanted to stay in the NFL. He clearly wanted to go back to the NFL. I don't think he wants to stay with Kentucky. He clearly wanted to go to the NFL. If you want to stay in the NFL, just stay in the NFL. But our offense was the slowest of all conference football teams. But Stoops wouldn't let him control the offense. Probably. He's probably like, oh, we gotta play slow, Cohen. We gotta play slow. So I think he'll have a much faster offense in the NFL, because you gotta have at least somewhat of a tempo. So, former Rams, Vikings, and Seahawks QB Sean Mannion is ending his 9-year NFL playing career and has accepted position on the Packers coaching staff, a source tells me. He'll work with QBs in the passing game, so a new Packers assistant coach. So, former Vikings head coach Mike Zimmer, who last worked in the NFL in 2021, is meeting with the Cowboys about their defensive coordinator job, per league sources. Zimmer and Dallas are quite familiar with each other. Zimmer worked as assistant coach in Dallas from 1994 to 2006. I don't know how I'd feel about this. It's probably the best option out there right now. But Zimmer is one of the best defensive coordinators, I guess, out there. Like, he has got really good pass rushing talent with Everson Griffin, Daniel Hunter on the Vikings. But I feel like it would be much better than a Dan Quinn. I feel it would be an upgrade. He's probably one of the better candidates out there. I wouldn't mind him at all, because I think it would be better than, Dan Quinn. So Dan Quinn's contract is official. Dan Quinn finally signed his contract as new head coach, and it's official per the Commanders. Huge W for the rest of the division. So, Dolphins officially named Anthony Wavers their new defensive coordinator. So, man, everybody just taking turns on the Ravens coaching staff. Man, they're a defensive factory over there. Now, then we got this news. Oh, I feel bad for Raiders fans. The Raiders are expected to hire former Bears offensive coordinator Luke Getsy as their offensive coordinator. Man, went from Cliff Kingsbury, who was a good offensive mind, to Luke Getsy. Oh boy, that's a big LMFAOO. He's not even good at all. How's their offense get better? Quite a few bad hires by Antonio Pierce so far. Or I'd say this is the first bad hire where they're getting Luke Getsy. He wasn't even good with Chicago. Like, come on. Alright, it's off from Shefty. Or Mr. Shefty, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what we have here from Rappaport. Let's see if we have anything here. A potential addition for the Super Bowl, Chiefs running back Jerick McKinnon has been designated to return off injured reserve, and his practice window is open. So Jerick McKinnon will most likely be back for the Super Bowl. So it looks like the Chiefs will have another running back available. The Rams are hiring Jeff Smith as their defensive line coach / run game coordinator. Long-time respected assistant, Smith finished last season as Chargers interim coach. Several teams were trying to hire him, but Sean McVay convinced him to stay in LA. Damn, Chargers should have kept him, but the Rams have felt like got a great one. And the Seahawks are hiring Leslie Frazier as their assistant head coach, per sources. The one-time Vikings head coach Frazier has long been a mentor to McDonald. Now he joins him in his staff at Seattle, man. Seattle's cooking with their coaching staff now. Got McDonald as their head coach, and then Leslie Frazier as their assistant. The Raiders are hiring former Panthers and 49ers running back Deshaun Foster as their running backs, coach sources say. So while Vegas didn't hire UCLA's Chip Kelly as offensive coordinator, the team is nabbing one of his Bruin assistants. Foster's been at UCLA all but 1 year since 2012 and now is an NFL coach. And expect Andre Carter to join as a pass rush specialist. So they're going to have Deshaun Foster and Andre Carter. Man, the Raiders are making a lot of moves. We'll see if they'll be good moves, if they turn out to be good. Chris Shula, I already talked about that 2 days ago. Okay, I've got through everything from Shefty. The Raiders. We all talk about the Raiders again. They reportedly felt that Luke Getsy wasn't the problem with the Bears' offense when he was the team's offensive coordinator. Oh, they're about to learn the hard way. They're about to learn quickly. They're basically saying, Justin Fields was the problem. The NFL is hiring a head of flag football, and it'll be an Olympic sport by 2028. Well, no, thank you. There's really nothing from Dolph Cleveland. So, breaking, Patrick Mahomes Sr. has been arrested for DUI for a third time. The 53-year-old father, Patrick Mahomes, was arrested last night in Texas, according to online booking records. The bonds report expected to be set later today. Man, before the Super Bowl, I'm sure this is not what Patrick Mahomes, this is not what he wants to deal with during Super Bowl week. I'm not sure that's what Patrick wants to deal with. Former Steelers superstar running back Le'Veon Bell is making an NFL comeback and says he'll only play for one team. Does that one team want him, though, is the question. But yeah, it's really hard to say here. The Patriots are in talks with former Giants head coach Ben McAdoo add him onto their offensive staff. Oh God, Patriots are in the fucking mud. Judge and McAdoo on the same staff? Yeah, no way. I think Judge is already fired. So yeah, but that's really all I have to say for this video. So until next back lot, peace.